Welcome back everyone, this is Erica with Hooking You Up, and today I'm doing a highly requested tutorial, which is my original pattern for a sunflower granny square boho festival top. Now this is a very popular design and I'm sure you guys have seen different styles of it on Pinterest or Instagram, whatever the case may be. Back in 2019, after I managed to get some sunflower granny squares down, I decided to make this type of style top. And ever since then, I have just been hooked. I've been boho crazy, and I've sold a lot of these tops over the last couple of years. And they are definitely a hot item in my shop and for custom ordering. Now, if you guys, in the description below, I will add my Instagram, and you guys can go on my Instagram and check out all my awesome customers rocking these tops. They come in various sizes depending on the size of the granny square that you use. And so, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to make one today. So, if you guys do have an intent to resell or sell them, all I ask is that you credit me as the original designer of this specific boho top, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Now, before we get started, I do want to say this is the first time I ever did like a tassel bottom, and that's only because this yarn, I only had one skein of it and I thought I would have enough, but because I made a large size, I didn't, and there was no more on the shelf at Michael's or Joann's for like a whole month. So, and there's none available online. So I just decided to do this. And then let me just show you real quick. I normally do all my fringe this way. I do all the fringe that way, so it's really going to be up to you how you want to do your fringe. You can do it in a tassel version, or you can do it in the way I'm going to show you today. So, and if you guys want me to do a separate video doing the sunburst granny square boho top version, I would definitely do that, so just let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will surely help you guys out. So this is a size large, and it consists of four, let me bring this down, okay, perfect. And it consists of 4 rows around, 1, 2, 3, 4. But today I'm just going to be doing a size small. So I'll use this top as reference, but I'm going to be making a size small. It fits more like a size small medium, but I'll let you guys know how to make your own size as we go. So I'm going to keep this off to the side so I have it for reference. And you're going to need a total of, no matter what size you're using, you're going to need a total of 8 granny squares. So I have 7 here because I decided to make the last granny square with you. I know I have several videos of how to do granny squares, but in each video I like to, in case people aren't subscribed to my channel or they haven't seen previous videos, I like to always just do an extra square so that you know how to do it if you're new here. So like I said, I have 7 here, and I'm going to be making a size small medium, so it will fit someone who's small and medium. Now these tops are super stretchy. They're made to stretch. They may look like they are just a standard size, but they actually stretch a lot if need to be. And then I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm using Craft Smart yarn from Michaels. So we're going to start by making the head of the sunflower. And then I'm using leaf green again, so I have some golden for the petals. And then I'm going to be using leaf green again because I stocked up on a lot once I realized that my local Michaels and Joann's were out of this specific color, and it's always been a favorite of mine. So I stocked up and I have a lot. So, and because I already have 7 in this color, we're gonna go ahead and complete the rest. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started doing the head. And we're gonna start by making a slip knot. We're going to chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you make a chain of 5, let me move my camera. There we go. We're going to slip stitch in that first chain near the tail. We're going to chain 2, and then you're going to make 16 double crochets inside this hole. Three, 4, and it might get a little tight, but you can just pull it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once you have a total of 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to slip stitch in the top of that first double crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to clip the tail. Now we are done with the head. We're going to bring in the golden sunflower petals, and we're going to insert it in the top of right where this tail is, the top of this first double crochet. Chain 1, tie the back, chain 2. We're going to yarn over, insert in that same hole, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And once you have 4 chains on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4. And you've created your first petal. You're going to chain 1 in between each flower petal. All right, being careful not to skip the top of the next double crochet. We're going to yarn over and insert our hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and I have 4 chains on my hook, so I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 4. Chain 1. And you're going to complete this until you have 12 petals total. So I'll show you right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I will meet you guys for the granny square part. So once you have your 12 petals, you're going to slip stitch in the top of that first petal stitch. You're going to cut off the tail. All right, now you're going to bring in your color that you're using for your main color. You're going to make a slip knot, and we're going to bring it in between any of the petals. We're going to bring our yarn through and chain 1, tying the back for extra security, chain 2, that's my ice maker. Okay, so because I'm making 3 rows, I am going to, okay, so in order to make the size that you need, you're going to make rows, as many rows as you need until it covers your whole breast area. So kind of like so the first 2 that you're going to make would be your cup size. This would be the top and this would be the bottom. So when you go to measure it over your breast like a cup, you're going to have it over like this. So this part is going to be in the middle. Let me show you real quick. So you're gonna have your 2 granny squares and they're going to connect. They're going to connect just like this. So these are going to be your cups. So you want it to cover, you're gonna make as many rows as you need. This would be about a B cup. And then this is a size large, this black. So it would fit it would cover a CD cup. And that's how you're gonna determine how big you're going to need your granny square in order for it to cover your chest area. If you have any questions about that, please leave it in the comments below, and I'll definitely help explain that. So just like all my other tutorials on the granny square, you're going to start with a corner. It's always easiest to just start with a corner. So besides that chain 2, I'm going to be making 2 double crochet in that same hole. Chain 1, and each corner is going to consist of 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet in that same hole. And you'll see that here. These are the 2 sets. Every time you work your way around the square, you're going to have 4 corners, and they're each going to consist of 2 double crochet with a chain 1 in between. And then you'll just have your normal double crochet. So what I like to do is make my first row around. I like to make the center pieces sets of 3 double crochet, and then all the way around each corner would be 2 sets of 3 double crochet with the chain 1, as you can see. So I have these 2 sets are 3 double crochet, these 2 sets are 3 double crochet, these 2 sets are 3 double crochet, and they each have a chain 1. However, after the first row, I like to just have my middle stitches 2 double crochet, chain 1. So you can for sure just use 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet all the way around for all the rows if that's what you choose, but that's just the way I do it. So I'm working my corner and chain 1, and then in between the next 2 petals I'm going to do 3 double crochet in that same hole, and then I just slip stitch once I make my way back around. So you should always have 4 corners. That's going to make sure you have a perfect square. So I just have my first corner, and it might look weird at first, but that's okay. All right, making my second corner. Now, as you can see, I have 2 corners and then 2 sets of the center. Now I'm working my other side. All right, so it might look a little uneven or wonky right now, but just trust the process. So I'm going to slip stitch in the top of that first double crochet on the other side. I'm going to slip stitch in the second, and then I'm going to slip stitch in that chain 1 space. That'll lead me to the corner. Then I'll chain 2, and that's what you'll do for every corner once you make your way back around. So I'm making my second corner, or my first corner for my second row. So if you're making a size small, medium, you can just follow along with me. If you're making a size medium, large to like a small, extra large, I would make 4 rows. And then I will meet you guys once I complete my 3rd row. We'll connect them, and then we'll be good to go. All right, you guys, once I've completed my row, I am going to cut off a long tail. Then I'm just gonna pull this through. All right, now we're ready to connect. Once you have 8 sunflower squares, we're going to connect. So what we're going to do is, this is the inside and this is the outside. So make sure that the outside of your granny squares are faced the right way. So what we're going to do is line up the back of our granny square. So as you can see, this is the inside. These are the inside. I'm actually gonna do, yeah. And the outside flaps are going to fold in. So you're going to want to set up, making sure that this is the inside, making sure that they're all faced the right way. Trust me, you're not gonna want to get to the end of sewing all the sides together and then realize one side is the wrong way. So make sure they're all the right way. And these corners are gonna end up being folded. It's kind of like a puzzle piece. So as you can see, the right sides are faced on the outside and all the inside pieces are facing each other. So that's how the top is going to look. So you're gonna wanna weave. You can start with the bottom first. So weave all the sides together, all the sides that are connecting. So you're gonna wanna weave that side, weave that side, weave that side, weave that side. And then you can bring in your other pieces. Let's pretend it's already weaved in. With these corners folded. Then you're gonna weave this side with this front flap. This side with this front flap. Then you'll, of course, weave these two flaps and these two flaps. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a few sides with you. So I'm going to start with this side. And you want to start with the corner, making sure that they're evened up. So because wherever these tail ends are going to be the chain one space. So I'm going to find the chain one space, just this. Put it through both the loops. Bring this through. And then I actually like to fold it this way. I don't like to sew it with the inside facing out. I like to sew the sides with the outside facing out. So making sure that each set is nice and even. You're going to go ahead and just the top of the loop. You're going to weave through each side. Hope you guys can see that. So you're just going through the two loops on the top. This is a super quick tutorial. I also have a plain, beginner-friendly, super easy, basic granny square version of this top that I plan to do. And I don't have one already made, so if I do make a tutorial of that one next, it will be the first. I won't have something to reference off of, but it's super easy. You're going to connect just like this one. So as long as you get the basic granny square pattern down, it'll be easy. So I just connected my first piece. Now I'm going to connect the middle piece. And again, this is a corner piece where the tail is. So I'm going to find the corner piece over here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. All right. So these are your 2 cup size. And then we're gonna sew this piece here along this end. And then we're gonna sew this piece here along this end. And once I do that, I'll show you how to do the other side. All right, you guys, so once you have all the sides connected, just like this, we're going to flip it over. And we're going to bring out our other pieces. We're going to line them up accordingly. So the sides should be folded like this. And if you don't have you can always add a tail if you need to, like I do. We're going to insert it at the corner of this cup. Again, making sure they're nice and lined up. You see how each hole is nice and lined up? I wanted to wait until I got to 1K subscribers to release this video. So if I do end up releasing this video and I have 1K subscribers, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been here, who is new here, and who is watching my videos. Okay, and then same with this side. Find that corner hole. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this side. Then I'm going to connect these two and then these two. And I'll meet you guys once I've connected all the pieces. All right, you guys, so once you've connected all your squares, it should look like this. Don't worry about weaving any of the ends yet. Now what we're going to do is I just do half double crochet all the way around the top just to give it a nice even border. And then I do the straps and then I do the fringe and then I'm done. So I like to start anywhere on the sides here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just insert the top of one of the double crochets. Tie the back for extra support. Chain one. And I'm going to half double crochet under that chain 1 space, half double crochet in the top of that double crochet, half double crochet in the top of that double crochet, half double crochet under that chain 1 space. And I'm going to continue this all the way around, making sure to pull tight after each half double crochet to keep it nice and even. When I make my way to any of the top, so this top, the back, or this side, I'm going to chain 1 and then continue working down the other side. I'm going to half double crochet until all the way around, back the other side, through this corner, back up the front side, until I make my way back where I started. And then I'm going to slip stitch in the top of that first half double crochet. So I'm gonna go ahead and do mine, and I'll meet you guys for the next part. All right, you guys, so I just made it back around. And as you can see, I have a nice, even border. All my corners are nice and even. And now I'm gonna work, I'll sew in all the ends later. You can always just tie these two. I'm gonna do it real quick. All right, anyways. So now we're going to do the straps. Now, I normally do 35. I'm going to be doing 35, a chain of 35 for my straps for this size. I typically do a 35 to 40 depending on how much space over my shoulder I need. So it's going to vary on everyone. What I would suggest is just making a chain, slip stitch the other side, and then put the top on. Don't clip the, after you slip stitch the other side, don't cut the tail off in case you need to add more chains or unravel it. But I like to just slip stitch and then I put the top on and see how it fits over my shoulder. I typically found that between 35 and 40 stitches works perfectly for any size that I've made in the past. So whether that was a small, medium, large, extra large, doing a chain of 35 to 40 has always been good. So where I like to add my chain is I go to the very top, and like I said, at the top of each granny square, I had a chain 1 as I worked my sets of half double crochet. So you'll have 2 stitches, as you can see, you'll have 2 stitches on both sides of the chain 1. So I'm going to stick mine on the right side if I'm working this side, chain 1. I'm going to tie the back for extra support, and I'm going to chain 35. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Perfect. So once I have 35, I'm going to flip my work around, making sure that my chain is nice and even, facing all one side. I'm going to make sure it's still nice and even. And then on this side, I'm going to make sure that it matches. I'm going to line up my chain ones. And then for this side, we're gonna put it on the left. That way it's both on one side. Now this part may look a little tricky. So once I insert it through, I'm going to keep my working yarn. Let me turn my light on real quick. Okay, hopefully you guys can see better, but I'm going to make sure I keep my working yarn tight, and then skipping that chain one space on the other side of the chain one, the half double crochet. Whoops. Then I'm gonna work a half double crochet stitch. Now I have a nice even, so let me do that one more time in case you didn't see. So I just made my chain, I flipped it over to the other side, making sure it lines up with the same side. I bring it through, then I'm going to insert my hook, skipping that chain one. I'm going to insert my hook on the other side, yarn over. That's going to count as a half double crochet. Then I'm going to yarn over, and you'll see there'll be one stitch. We're going to skip that first stitch on the chain, and we're going to half double crochet in that second stitch, making sure to pull tight, just like that. And then we're going to half double crochet, making sure to pull our working yarn tight as we work our way down to the other side. And we're going to repeat this on the other side. We're just going to flip our work over. All right, so once we've made it around, back down the other side, we're going to skip that very first chain where we started, and we're going to skip that chain one space, and then we're going to half double crochet. Actually, we're just going to slip stitch. Then we're gonna cut off a tail. And there you go. You've got your first you've got your first strap. Don't mind my dog, he's having a nightmare. So now we're gonna mimic the same thing on this side. So you want to make sure the half double crochet that you're working is, you want to make sure that your chain side is on the outer side. So that's why we flipped our work. So we started, actually we started on this side. So if we work this outer side, we'll be working our half double crochet on the inside. So I'll just show you guys really quick once more. And chain 35. Once I chain 35, I'm going to flip my work, and then I'm going to find that chain 1 space, which is right here. So I'm going to line up my strap or my chain, and I'm going to slip stitch, and then I'm going to slip stitch, skipping that chain 1 space, and then I'm going to work my half double crochet until I meet back on this side and slip stitch. So I'll just go ahead and do it with you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. $35. All right, we're going to flip our work. Making sure our chain's even. We're going to pull through. We're going to skip that chain 1 space. Yarn over. Then we're going to start our half double crochet. We're going to skip that first chain on the hook, and we're going to half double crochet in the second one on the chain. Now we're going to half double crochet, making sure to pull our working yarn tight after each half double crochet to keep the strap nice and straight. And we're going to do this until we've made our way back to the beginning. We're going to skip that chain 1 space, and then we're going to slip stitch in this first half double crochet on the other side of the chain 1, and then we'll be done with our second strap. Okay, once you guys have knocked out your straps, we are now almost done. All you have left to do is the fringe. So if you made it this far in the tutorial, congratulations. So what I like to do is take my yarn and I like to fold it just like that. And then I like to, you can have long fringe if you want, or you can have short fringe. So I like to line it up at the bottom and see how long it'll be. If I want it shorter, then I'll make it shorter. If I want it longer, then I'll make it longer. Then I'll just cut it off. I already have all my yarn over here, so I'll just cut it off where I want it. And then I'll just line it up and cut as I go to make sure it's all even. So once I have all my fringe, I just begin weaving. This part is super easy. All you have to do is in each double crochet along the bottom, including the chain 1s. I just take the middle piece, make sure it's even at the bottom, and I just weave it in just like that. insert, pull this part through, yarn over with both of the tails, and then pull tight. And that's how I make my fringe. And I do it in every single row, all the way along the entire border until I'm done. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out, and then I will see you guys for the final product. All right, you guys, so this is the final product once you've completed your fringe. Look how beautiful it is. I love this fringe way more than the tassel. If you guys enjoyed this video tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up. It would really help me out. I would also, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will surely get back to you guys. And don't forget to hit the big subscribe button if you guys would like more, because I have a lot of juicy videos coming next. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.